Today I'm really excited to present to you our 10 top questions that we've received, but in 10 minutes. First, I want to address the sound of my voice. Now, I've had a procedure done in order to hopefully improve it for a long time out, but in the meantime, this is how I sound. So if you're ready, let's go. What do I do when I've got two employees who are in conflict? The most important thing is have that conversation to talk about it. So if you're the manager, leader, director, ensure that the two employees get together. Let them know conflict is normal. We all have conflict. We're human beings. Talk about the situation that created it and why did it create it? Why did it become a conflict? What's going on for them? What need, value, or expectation caused them to become in conflict? Sometimes both parties don't know they're in conflict. The conflict can happen just between one individual, but they still have to bring it forward to the other individual to let them know why they now feel that they're in conflict. And then make sure to follow up with these two individuals. Find out what's working better, what still is causing a challenge. Is there anything you can do as a leader to help them process through it? Or do they need to come back into a meeting again to look for another solution? My team are also different individuals. Why is it that their differences cause so much drama? And what can I do as a leader to help? The more difference you have within your team, the different education, knowledge, background, work experience, when you're making decisions on how to do this better, where do we go with this, how do we roll out this project, by having such a dynamic perspective, you will ensure the greater level of success with your project, with your initiative, because you've now incorporated so many different views that it can only be that you're going to be successful. So let them know being different, yes, although it does cause challenges, it also supports them being a great dynamic team. I have a very difficult employee. How do I get them on board? Have a conversation with them. What is causing them to build this resistance? Is it something in their past? Was it something with their past management? Is there something within their own job? See if there's a lack of resources or a gap in resources and training. Maybe they're struggling. Build the background information. Sometimes when people don't see how they fit or what they do fits within the success of an organization, they find that their work has no value. Help them see that value that they have in their job. Find out what's causing them to not want to be engaged. And then if there's anything you can do as a leader, help work towards finding a solution. My name's Jeanette Bergeau. I'm a chartered mediator with Korero Solutions. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, comment below, leave me your question. I was just promoted to the management level. What tools would you suggest I use to start me off on the right foot? Go in to find out what are the employees, who are the employees. Really find out more in depth about these employees. What inspires them? What motivates them? What brings them to work every day? What's important as their goal for within the next 6 months, all the way up to 5 years? Let them know that your intention over the next 6 months is really to build an understanding of what each and every one of them do. What are the challenges they face? What are the strengths within this team? And what are their expectations of you, their new leader? And how do they want to be managed by you? And then look at how do you incorporate that into your process. I think I listen to employees, yet I hear my employees behind my back saying, he's not a very good listener. Think about the last conversation you had with one of your employees. Can you name 3 things that were important to them? If you can't think of 3 things that they said in that last conversation, there's a possibility that maybe you aren't actively listening. Take a look at the last meeting you had with an employee and what might be some of the indicators that you're not actively listening. Go back to the employee and just say, I'm trying to improve on the way I listen to employees. What's one thing you would suggest for me that I could do differently and implement it? Make sure that you're reflecting, paraphrasing, whatever term you want to use to let them know what you heard that was important to them and how you heard it in your own head. My staff are unmotivated. How do I bring that motivation back to them? First, find out what does motivate them to come to work every day. Check out with employees. When were they last motivated? Maybe it isn't even in this job. Maybe it was with a different corporation. What was their motivating factors? Then if you can find any way to help them get that motivating piece back, taking a look at how do they see their role within the organization. Again, finding that they do have value, that what they do has value within this organization, and reassuring them that they do contribute. Showing them the appreciation for them coming to work every day, for them doing their job to the best of their abilities every day. Showing that piece of appreciation will help show them that they are a valued employee to this corporation. I need to have a difficult conversation with my employee. How do I best prepare? Make sure that you have specifics. Instead of saying to an employee, well, you're always late, don't use the word never or always, because that's a word that employees can then go back and say, oh, so I never show up on time, or I'm always late. And then they find an area that they can divert the conversation instead of dealing with the specifics. Let them know that your goal is not to sit here and discipline them. Your goal is not here to call them out. Your goal is to find a way together to resolve this unmet expectation, to resolve this situation that is going to cause a problem within their employment if you don't get to it. Check out to see the external factors that you can work with or assist with to help them meet the expectation that's set before them. My team is burning out because of corporate demands. How do I support my employees yet meet the corporation goal? Identify what is causing the burnout to begin with. The second part of it is, what resources are then available to assist these employees in the burnout? What can you do? So try to address what's going on, what's causing the burnout as quickly as you possibly can. I seem to lock heads with my employee and even other managers when conflict arises. How do I understand why this happens? Everybody has a different style of communication, and everybody has a different conflict style. So knowing that everybody is a unique individual out there, and that some people, you'll just click and you'll have the greatest conversations. Yes. Doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with them about a topic, you both walk away still feeling fully respected. Yet the next person, it's like banging your head against the wall. You just can't seem to be able to communicate with them. So taking that information, finding out what are the different styles, both communication and conflict, and then utilizing that information to help identify who am I communicating with? And now knowing the different styles, what is important to them for me to be able to deliver so that we can communicate better? What is all the hype about emotional intelligence? Should I learn more about it? Where do I learn more about it? And how does it impact our daily lives and our chances of becoming a great leader? So most of the Fortune 500 companies now have incorporated the emotional intelligence aspects in their hiring process. So how important is it? It's really important. There's testing that you can have done that is quite extensive, or just read a book about emotional intelligence to get a sense of what is it that makes you high emotional intelligence and what could be some factors that created that you're low emotional intelligence. Is there a way that you can improve? Absolutely. This isn't something that you're either born with it or you're not. This is something that with awareness of where your weaknesses are, you can work to improve that. For more in-depth information on any of these topics, I've put in the playlist and linked them at the end of this video and the description. Do something today that will change your tomorrow.